Dear students, today we will continue some more problems on the finding the values of k. Suppose there is another question here. Fx equals to, if fx equals to k cos x, fx equals to k cos x by pi minus 2x, where x is not equal to pi by 2. X is not equal to pi by 2 and 3 when x is equal to pi by 2 is continuous at pi by 2. Find the value of k. Find the value of k. Look at here. We are given k cos x by pi minus 2x is continuous. Continuous means, so trigonometric functions will take only one limit. No need to take two limits here. We can write the limiting value equals to functional value. So we can write here, since fx is continuous at x equals to pi by 2 implies limit x tends to pi by 2 k cos x by pi minus 2x equals to functional value. Functional value is 3. Okay, already I have told you how to change the limit. We can take pi plus h. So this is limit h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0. K times cos pi by 2. Pi by 2 plus h divided by pi minus 2 times pi by 2 plus h equals to 3. Okay, now look at here. Look at here. See the quadrant. This is your pi by 2 plus theta. All sine tan cos. That means cos is negative here because sine is positive. So that will be limit h tends to 0 k times sine is cos is negative. So negative of cos pi by 2, there will be a change. Cos 90 plus theta minus sin theta minus sin h divided by pi minus 2 into pi by 2 is pi minus 2x equals to 3. That gives you limit h tends to 0, minus is here, k sin h divided by, this is cancelled, minus 2 you can write here, h you can write here. So because there will be a formula, sin theta by theta will be 1. This minus is cancelled. So you are getting k into, already I have told you, there is a formula, sin theta by theta. Sin theta by theta is 1. So that will be k into 1 upon 2 equals to 3. This implies k equals to 6. K equals to 6. Okay, let's see another question. A similar pattern of question. Question is, find the value of A and B such that fx equals to 5 if x is less than equal to 2, then ax plus b if x lies between 2 and 10, then you are finding 21 if x is greater than equal to 10. Now look here, you need to find the value of A and B. Means we need two equations from here to find the value of A and B. Two unknown quantities means we need two equations. How to create? Look at, for x there is left hand limit, there is right hand limit. Again for x there is left hand limit at 10 and right hand limit at 10. So is given, is continuous given, is continuous function. You can write here, since fx is continuous, it is continuous function means this is also continuous at 2. This is also continuous at 10. Since fx is continuous at x equals to 2, so you write limit x tends to 2 minus fx will be equal to limit x tends to 2 plus fx. Means your left hand limit, right hand limit will be same. Okay, so I am writing here, when x tends to 2 minus fx value is 5. So here you can write limit x tends to 2 minus the value is 5, fx value is 5 equals to limit x tends to 2 plus means greater than 2. This is greater than 2, fx is ax plus b. So I can write so this implies it will remain same 5. Now change the limit h tends to 0 8 times limit plus h plus b implies 5 equals to h will be 0 8 times 2 plus 0 plus b. This implies 5 equals to 2a plus b. You got first equation. You got your first equation. Now look at what will be the second equation here. Also fx is continuous at x equals to 10. So limit x tends to 10 minus fx, limit x tends to 10 plus fx. 10 minus means less than 10. So less than 10 mein what is there? You can check there, it is ax plus b. This implies limit x tends to 10 minus, this will be ax plus b, which is right hand limit x tends to 10 plus. 10 plus means greater than 10, that is 21 given. Is given to us 21. So let's solve it. So this implies limit h tends to 0, a times 10 minus h plus b equals to 21. Now you can put h equal to 0. This implies 10a plus b equals to 21. Equation number 2. So if I write it again, 2a plus b equals to 5, equation number 1, and 2a plus b equals to 5, equation number 1. We can solve it. How to solve? Solving the linear simultaneous equation. How to solve this? Now you have to subtract. If you subtract, this is minus, this is minus, this is minus, this gets cancelled. 10a minus 2a is 8a. 25 minus 21 minus 5 is 16. Therefore, a equals to 16 by 8. A equals to 2. You can put it anywhere. 2a plus b equals to 5 implies 2 times 2 plus b equals to 5 implies b equals to 5 minus 4. Therefore, b equals to 1. So this is how you are solving it. Achha, these are about the continuity at a point. So far, what you are discussing is, suppose there is a graph. Okay, let me write its heading. Continuity in the interval. Suppose I have taken an equation fx equals to sin x. So observe, if this is your minus 1 line, this is your plus 1 line. This is your pi by 2, this is your pi, this is your 3 pi by 2. So 0, pi by 2. Pi by 2 is 1, pi 0, 3 pi by 2 is 1, minus 1. Again if you come this side, minus pi by 2, minus 1, minus pi, this is again 0. Okay, look at, observe this graph. What I want to say is, this is a continuous graph. Whatever value I am putting here, I am getting a real value. That means this is a continuous graph. This is a continuous graph. And I can say the graph is continuous for all the real numbers. So I can say the graph is continuous. All the real number means minus infinity to plus infinity. Any value I put here, I am not getting any break in the graph. So, and also at a point when I say, at a point when I check, there is no break in the graph. When I put any point again here, I never see any break in the graph. That means this is a graph continuous at each point, also continuous in the interval, because there is no break. Okay, I'll try another graph that will clear you. Suppose I'll take tan x. Y equals to 10x. Suppose this is pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, this is pi minus pi minus 3 pi by 2. Achha. Suppose I draw a line here. I'll draw another line here. When I am drawing a line, Imagine what is the value of tan 0. This is your x axis, this is your y axis. What is tan 0? Tan 0 is 0. Tan pi by 2 is infinity. This line goes up to infinity. That means your graph goes like this. Similarly, this is minus infinity. Your tan graph again goes like this. I can say between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, I am getting a continuous graph. At any point within this I put any point. Suppose I take a point minus pi by 4, I will get a value. Plus pi by 4, I will get a value. So any point between this, there is no break in the graph. But why I have drawn these lines? Because tan pi is 0, tan 3 pi by 2 is infinity. So if I go tan pi is 0, so the graph goes like this, the graph also comes like this. That is what you find for all the real numbers. There is a break of this graph. You see, this graph and this graph are not joining each other. They are not joining each other means this is not continuous for all the real numbers. This is continuous between a particular interval, but sin x was continuous for all the values. So that is the difference. This is continuous for all the real numbers. This is continuous between some interval. Means it is continuous from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, excluding pi by 2, because pi by 2 may infinity. At that point, at this point, when I put tan pi by 2, that is infinity, not defined. That is why this point is not counted, this point is not counted, this point is not counted. Means at these points, these graphs are discontinuous. So in a particular interval, the graph is continuous. If you are asked whether tan x is continuous or not, you can say tan x is continuous within some intervals, not at all the point. Which are the point of discontinuity? Now this pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, because at this point the graph is going up to infinity, means not joining each other. Okay, if I take another question, constant function. In the constant function, suppose I write fx equals to 3. So what do you mean by fx equals to 3? That is y equals to 3. So if I take the axis here and I write 3 is the point, so I have to draw a line. So this is a continuous graph. That means I can tell constant function is continuous for all the real numbers. Any value of x you put. So what is the meaning of this? Any value of x you put, you get a point, you get a point, you get a point. So this y remains fixed, but x varies. X varies means all the real values of x, but y is 3. That means a constant function is continuous in all the real numbers. So there is no break in the graph. But if I give another question here, somehow I have got a line like this. Let's assume, suppose this is 0. This is the point 3. This is suppose then closure value I have taken. So I can say 3 point I have taken. This is suppose y. Suppose y is equal to, or fx is a graph, any graph here. So what you observe here is this graph from 0 to 5, this is not continuous because there is a break at 3. But I can say 0 to 3, 0, look at here, 0 to 0 is included, 3 is not included here. 0 to 3, 3 is open interval here, semi-closed, means this side is open, up to 3 it is closed, is continuous, at a point 3 this is discontinuous. Similarly, again from open interval 3 to 5, this is also continuous. But at x equals to 3, discontinuous. Discontinuous. This is discontinuous. So what we'll do is we'll discuss some questions in the intervals today. Suppose you are given a question. Discuss the continuity of the function. Discuss the continuity of the function fx equals to 3, 0 less than equal to x less than 1, also equality here. Then 4, 1 less than x less than 3, then 5, 3 less than x less than equal to 10, 3 less than equal to x less than equal to 10. So let's see whether this function is continuous or not. Look at here, you are given the intervals now. Okay, see a number line first. Which are the points? You are getting a point 0, 1, 3, 10. Let's discuss first interval between 0 to 1. 0 to 1 में what is fx? Na 3. What is 3? Na a constant function. So constant function will be continuous. Okay, between 1 and 3 again. Between 1 and 3 the value is 4. 4 means a constant function. So between this also it is a constant function, so the graph will be continuous. Again between 3 to 10 the value is 5, so it is also continuous. So how to write? So case 1, when x lies between 0 and 1. Let's take open interval now, because point for point will take equality value. So when x lies between 0 and 1, your fx equals to how much? Now 3. 3 means what? A constant function. Constant function. So constant function is continuous. Okay, then I will keep this question. Look at this side. When first you consider the intervals, x lies between 1 and 3. When x lies between 1 and 3, your fx equals to 4 is continuous. is also continuous. So third, same case, because it is a constant function, again between 3 and 10. So when this is your case 2, this is your case 3. When x lies between 3 and 10, I have taken open interval here because for point I will take the equality. What is the value of fx? Fx equals to 5. 5 means again constant, so continuous function. I hope this is clear. About the intervals, the functions are continuous. Now we will discuss the continuity at a point. Which are the points? Now 0 is a point, 1 is a point, 3 is a point, 10 is a point. So let's see. Continuity at x equals to continuity at point. First x equals to 0. So only it is right hand limit. If I draw a number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 10. 0, 1, 3, 10. You are given greater than 0. Greater than 0 means you are given right hand limit. There is no left hand limit. So no left hand limit means I will take it. So how much I will take? Limit x tends to 0 plus. Because there is no left hand limit, so I will take only one limit. So 0 plus fx equals to how much? When x is 0, fx is 3. Okay, this is limiting value. What about functional value? Now f of 0. F of 0 means when x is equal to 0, the fx is also 3. So I can say fx is continuous at x equals to 3. X equal to 0. Okay, and the value is 3. Okay, now second point is, because you got here limiting value, functional value, both are same. Now second case is when x is equal to 1. When x equals to 1. When x is 1, you are having two limits. Less than 1 is left hand limit, greater than 1 is right hand limit. So when x is equal to 1, fx is 3. So first you take the left hand limit. Limit x tends to 1 minus fx is limit x tends to 1 minus value is 3, which is 3. Constant mein no h will come out. Okay. Now limit x tends to 1 plus fx, 1 plus fx means 1 plus is this. What is the value? 4. So directly 4. So left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Here it is discontinuous. That means your graph 0 से तो जाएगा, but at 1 there will be a break. Again the graph will continue. I will draw it again for you. The left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, fx is discontinuous at x equals to 1. So, what is next point? X equals to 3 now. At x equals to 3, x equals to 3, your limit x tends to 3 minus. 3 minus is this one, less than 3. 3 minus is how much? 4. 3 plus limit x tends to 3 plus fx. 3 plus means 3 plus. What is the value? 5. Here also left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Implies fx is discontinuous. I think previous one I might have written continuous. Try to write discontinuous. Discontinuous at x equals to 3. 3 is over. Now go to 10. Now at x equals to 10. X is less than 10 means only left hand limit is given, no right hand limit. So limit x tends to 10 minus fx. What is the value? Less than 10, value is 5. Also limit x tends to 10, limiting value is gone because there is no right hand limit. So functional value f of 10, equality is here. Equality means we will take this value, that is also 5. So limiting value equals to functional value, implies fx is continuous at x equals to 10. If you want to be clear on this, I would like to draw the graph of this. Okay. See it very carefully. I have taken x as 1, 2, 3, some at 10 here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. So 0 to 1. It is 3. When it is 0, this is 3. When it is 1 also, this is 3. That means your graph is continuous here. 0 to 3, this is continuous. But at the point of, 0 to 1. 0 to 1, 0 to 1, it is continuous. But when it is 1, the values are different, means discontinuous. That means there is a gap here. So again from 1 to 3, the value is how much? 4. 1 to 3 means 4. 4 to 3. So this graph is up to this. Again from 1 to 3. Round means the point is not taken. Okay, then what did you get? 1, 2, 3. The line is, the graph was continuous, but at 1 it was discontinuous, at 3 it is also discontinuous. This is again discontinuous, means this point is not taken. Again from 3 to 10. 3 to 10, the graph is continuous. Because at the point of 3 it is discontinuous, but at 10 it is continuous, so it continues like that. Even at 10 also it continues after this. Sorry, we are up to 10, we cannot go beyond that. We are up to 10, the graph up to 10, this is included, this is not included. Why this is included? Because at 10 it is continuous, at 3 it is discontinuous, at 1 it is discontinuous, but at 0 it is continuous. So this point is taken, up to this 1 is not taken. 1 between 1 and 3 continuous, but at 1 and 3 it is discontinuous. Again up to 10 it is continuous. Okay, this is the idea of this continuous functions in the intervals. Okay, let's take one more question on this. Suppose we have another question. Discuss the continuity of the function fx equals to 2x where x is less than 0. Then 0 less than equal to x less than 1 means x lies between 0 and 1. 4x x is greater than. Okay, look at here, you can understand there is a point 0, there is a point 1. So when you talk less than 0, you go this side. So in this side the graph is continuous or not. So that will be your interval. What is your interval? Less than 0 means up to minus infinity. It is up to minus infinity. So between when x is less than 0, your fx equals to 2x. Whether 2x is a continuous graph or not, you can simply understand by taking some values here. If I put x is less than 0, so 0 I will put first. This is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 4. So continuously, if you draw a line, look at 0, 0, minus 1, minus 2 means you are getting a straight line. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 4. So you are getting a straight line like this. This is called a continuous graph. So now remember, linear equation is a continuous graph. 2x, 2x plus 1, 3x, they are linear equations. So they are continuous graph. So you can write is continuous being a linear equation. So all the linear equations are continuous. Okay, then what else you are finding? Then between 0 and 1, between these, what is the value? Now 0. So I can write when x lies between 0 and 1, fx equals to 0. 0 is taken as a linear number, continuous function, because point is a continuous function. Then comes up greater than 1. Greater than 1 means you are going this side, means up to plus infinity. 1 to plus infinity, between 1 greater than 1 means 1 to infinity. So 1 to infinity, what is the value? This is 4x. 4x is again a linear graph. So this is also continuous. So you can write when x is greater than 1, our fx equals to 4x is a continuous function being a linear function. So we talked about intervals. Now we'll talk about point. What is the point? Now 0 का लेफ्ट हैंड, 0 का राइट हैंड, 0 का 1 का लेफ्ट हैंड, 1 का राइट हैंड. Okay, what we'll talk about this? When x is 0, and x equals to 0. 0 has both left hand limit and right hand limit. So limit x tends to 0 minus fx. That is how much? 0 minus means limit x tends to 0 minus your fx is 2x. How to solve? Now limit h tends to 0, limit minus h, 0 minus h. So put h equal to 0, that is 2, 0 minus 0, which is 0. So this is our left hand limit. Now go to right hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 plus fx. 0 plus means what? Greater than 0. So greater than 0 में what is the value? Greater than 0 में this is 0. So left hand limit equals to right hand limit. The limit exists. Then functional value. Then f of 0. When you put x equals to 0, this is functional value. Fx is also 0. So implies fx is continuous at x equals to 0. Second point, x equals to 1. At x equals to 1. What is your left hand limit? X tends to 1 minus fx. 1 minus less than 1. This is 0. Then right hand limit. Right hand limit, that is limit x tends to 1 plus fx. So that is limit x tends to 1 plus fx is how much? 4x. 4x. What is the procedure to solve? Procedure is limit h tends to 0 plus limit plus h. 4 times limit is 1 plus h. Now put h equals to 0. 4 into 1 plus 0, which is 4. So left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore fx is discontinuous at x equals to 1. So there are some more questions given in your textbook. You try to solve. Tomorrow class is very important, as we will be discussing about greatest integer function and modulus functions.